Now the doors are closed and locked, and I'm ready for the push. I'll put the parking brakes off. But before we start, I gotta check this. MCPs, sets, takeoff speeds, 155, 161, 168 set and checked. CDU set, trim 4.500. Takeoff and takeoff briefing, I don't care, it's just a game. So I will just put this to normal. You'll go on to the next checklist. So now I'm on the push. I need to start the engine, so I got to hit the engine displays on the lower ECAS, and then it's the start procedure. It's just like for a monkey. Just flip this guy here to start. Look for some oil pressure on the lower ECAS and flip the engine starters to run. That's all you have to do. The startup is completely automatic on the GE90-115 engines. And remember what I mentioned on the Boeing manual, actually it asks all the operators of the GE90-115 engines to start one at a time so as not to overstrain the APU due to the large diameter of the engine and one fans. The world's most powerful engines. That's the starter cutoff, and I'm starting one. So starting one, just rotate this to start. We saw some oil pressure rising, so we just flip on the fuel and just wait for it to start. In fact, the startup is so automatic that while it's starting off, I can actually do something else. By right, in real life, actually they will be monitoring the start procedure, but once again, this is just a game. So I will just play around with some of these figures here. I think I need to derate the power a lot. If not, I'll overboost the engines for the takeoff. You see, when I derate the power so much, right, the runway is not enough. It will just tell me not enough. Not just now it shows takeoff speeds unavailable because the runway is just practically not long enough. So the trim remains the same at 4.5 units. Speeds will be 160 now, 163 and 168. Still the same. The setup on the panels are all the same. So now I'm ready to go. Then I'll just have to set the flaps to 15 for the departure. That's flaps 15. So now I got to check out the flight controls. It's elevators down, elevators up, elevators left, elevators right, and then rudders left, rudders right, and that's all you have to do. So this is the flight control checks done. So I need to check NTIs before I start up and push ready. I put it to auto. I'll recall. There's no warning, it's just only the T-class which is off at this stage of the flight, because I don't want the T-class to keep going off as I taxi along. Flight controls have been checked and the ground equipment is clear, and the takeoff flap set at flap 15. I'll put this guy back to ND, and in real life you actually see the guy showing you the pin of the nose wheel. So again, to avoid any embarrassing situation of the landing gears not able to be retracted after takeoff. And that's the entire startup procedures shown here. I'll just wait for the taxiing aircraft to pass by. I think it's Etihad diversion from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. Look at that, it's at Etihad 787. once my friend there has passed by, I'll start to taxi. In fact, this is just a game. Let's start to taxi for the runway. 30 left. I need to line up with the taxiway for the departure. Oh. Oh, I think I went out of the taxiway. Haha. Oh, lucky this is a game, if not again I'll lose my license. Okay, so now we are taxiing for only 30 left here at Dubai. Again, the laziest pilot around doesn't want to read the airport charts because I almost ended up on the grass. So I will turn here. I need to turn here. The end of the runway is down there. For runway 30 left. I get back to you again once I'm closer to the runway for the lineup for the takeoff.